Have you ever felt like there's a force working behind the scenes, protecting you when you didn't even know it? What if I told you that everything you've been through, the struggles, the challenges, the attacks were all part of a divine plan, and now it's time for cosmic justice to unfold? In this video, I'm going to reveal how a powerful network of darkness has been exposed, how their every move has been tracked, and how divine forces have been working behind the scenes to protect and guide you. This isn't coincidence, this is destiny, and it's unfolding before your very eyes. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will not only change your understanding of what's been happening in your life, but will also ignite a powerful transformation that has been divinely orchestrated just for you. The dark forces exposed by divine light in a world where shadows often feel impenetrable, where darkness cloaks the truth and deceit runs deep. There are moments when everything changes. What if I told you that an unseen battle is being fought on your behalf right now, a battle of cosmic proportions, with divine forces working behind the scenes to expose the deepest secrets of those who have conspired against you and to finally bring them into the light? Imagine for a moment that a network of deception and corruption, operating in the shadows for years, has just been completely compromised. What if all the people, all the systems, all the plans that have been plotting against you in secret have been exposed, and the truth is about to be revealed in a way that no one could have predicted? This isn't just a coincidence. This is divine intervention. This is God's justice at work. The story begins with a hidden network, a group of individuals who have operated in secrecy for far too long. They thought their plans were impenetrable, their actions hidden from prying eyes. They thought they could get away with their lies, their manipulations, their schemes. After all, they controlled the systems, they understood the shadows in which they moved, and they believed their wealth and influence could shield them from the consequences of their actions. But they underestimated one thing: divine light. Every phone call they made, every email they sent, every secret conversation they thought would remain confidential was being tracked. Every transaction they made, every lie they spread, every move they took, they didn't know it, but it was all being documented. Authorities driven by a divine purpose beyond human comprehension were quietly, yet relentlessly, gathering evidence. And just when they thought they had covered their tracks, the truth began to surface. You see, what they failed to understand is that nothing can remain hidden when the time for revelation has arrived. Divine justice has a way of cutting through the fog of deception, of illuminating even the darkest corners of the world, and when that light shines, it exposes everything, no matter how carefully it's been hidden. The most remarkable part: the ones who have been silently collecting the evidence, the ones who have been following the paper trail of deceit, were not just ordinary people. These were individuals, divinely guided, who were placed in positions of authority for this very moment. They did not act out of personal ambition or greed. They were chosen. Chosen by a higher power, led by forces beyond human comprehension. They followed the trail of lies because it was their calling, their mission, and they did so with unwavering faith that justice would prevail. Now everything is coming to light, all the actions, all the manipulations, all the cover-ups laid bare for the world to see. The truth, once thought lost, is now being recovered in a way that cannot be undone. What was once hidden in darkness has been brought into the blinding light of truth. And the people who thought they were untouchable, the ones who believed they could operate without consequence, are now facing the repercussions of their actions. But here's the most extraordinary part of the story: the person being targeted, the one who has been under attack from these shadowy forces, has been divinely protected this entire time. Every plot against them has failed. Every attempt to tear them down has been thwarted. How? Because God's hand has been upon them, protecting them, guiding them, ensuring that they are not only surviving but thriving through the trials. This isn't just about survival. This is about transformation. The attacks, the hardships, the deceit, they have all been part of a greater plan. A plan that, from the beginning, was never meant to break you. No, it was meant to strengthen you, to elevate you, to prepare you for the very moment when God would expose the lies and bring you into the light. And now, the moment is here. The forces of darkness, the ones who have tried to steal your destiny, the ones who have sought to destroy you, they are now crumbling under the weight of their own lies. The alliances they once formed, the systems they believed would protect them, are falling apart. The lies they spread are no longer holding up. And as the light of truth shines brighter, they begin to turn on each other, their greed, jealousy, and fear now consuming them. But you are standing strong. You've walked through the fire, and yet you remain unscathed. The trials you've faced have only made you stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine purpose. Every attempt to break you has instead led you to a greater understanding of your own power, your own worth, and your own divine calling. It's important to understand that this is no accident. This is not simply a series of random events. This is divine orchestration. From the very beginning, God has been guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for this moment. The attacks you faced were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to refine you, to sharpen you, to bring you closer to the truth that was always meant for you. And now, as the cosmic wheel of justice turns, the truth is being revealed. What was once hidden is now being exposed in a way that cannot be ignored. And those who thought they were beyond reproach, those who believed they could operate in the shadows forever, are now facing the consequences of their actions. You, the one who has been walking in faith, the one who has trusted in the divine plan, are about to see the restoration that is due to you. Everything that was stolen from you, whether it was opportunities, relationships, or your peace of mind, is now returning, not just restored, but multiplied. The divine law of compensation is in full effect, and what was wrongfully taken is coming back to you, greater than you ever imagined. This is the moment when divine justice unfolds, when the forces of light finally triumph over the darkness. It's a time of revelation, a time of restoration, and a time of unimaginable blessings. And it's all happening because the divine forces of good, led by the hand of God, have been working tirelessly in the background, ensuring that the truth would emerge and justice would be served. You've been divinely protected through it all, and now the light is shining brighter than ever. The world will soon see the truth, and with it, the enemies of your destiny will face the consequences of their actions. And as they fall, you will rise stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the purpose that God has set before you. The shadows are no more, the truth is here. And with it, divine justice is coming to claim what is rightfully yours. Divine protection and guidance on your path. As the forces of darkness crumble and the truth emerges, something even more extraordinary is unfolding. The attacks against you, the schemes set in motion to bring you down, were never meant to break you. They were meant to reveal something far more profound, the divine protection and guidance that has been surrounding you all along. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like there was an unseen force at play, protecting you when you least expected it? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where everything should have gone wrong, but somehow, just in the nick of time, something shifted, and you were spared? Those moments, those shifts, are not just coincidence. They are divine interventions. Think back to the times when you thought you were on the edge, when the weight of the world seemed to bear down on you. It could have been the end of your career, a broken relationship, or an overwhelming obstacle that felt impossible to overcome. But in those moments, something unexpected happened. Doors that should have remained closed were mysteriously opened. Opportunities that seemed to vanish reappeared at just the right time. And most importantly, you didn't break, you didn't crumble. You stood strong and wavering, even when everything around you seemed to be falling apart. This is no accident. This is the hand of God protecting you for every plot against you, for every negative energy that was sent your way, for every attempt to weaken your spirit. God has been there, standing as your shield. When the enemy tried to attack, you didn't just survive, you thrived. And as much as they tried to shake your foundation, they failed. Why? Because you have been divinely protected. It's easy to feel alone in the midst of life's challenges, especially when the world feels like it's conspiring against you. But the truth is, you are never alone. God was with you even when you couldn't see it. His protection is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's in the stillness, in the subtle shifts that happen when you least expect it. Sometimes it's in the way circumstances just seem to change at the last possible moment, defying logic and reason. Those are the moments when divine protection is at work, guarding your path and ensuring that you stay on track toward your true purpose. There were times when the enemy's plans seemed foolproof. Their traps perfectly set. They believed they could destroy you, undermine your efforts, and strip you of everything you've worked for. But every time they made their move, you came out stronger. Why? Because God's hand was upon you, guiding you, ensuring that no matter how hard they tried, their schemes would always fail. Think about it. How many times did you face an obstacle that seemed insurmountable, only to have things miraculously change at the last minute? How many threats or challenges did you face that just seemed to disappear before they could fully materialize? Those moments weren't luck. They weren't coincidences. They were divine interventions, orchestrated by a higher power to keep you safe, to keep you moving forward, and to ensure that your destiny would not be derailed by the forces of darkness. But divine protection isn't just about preventing harm, it's also about shaping you, preparing you for what's next. Every challenge you've faced, every attack you've survived, has been part of a greater process of spiritual growth. You see, the enemy didn't just want to destroy you, they wanted to keep you from becoming the person God intended you to be. They wanted to stop you from stepping into your true power, your divine calling. But every time they tried, they only pushed you further into your purpose. This is where the divine guidance comes in. When you couldn't see the way forward, when you felt lost or uncertain, God was there, whispering to you, nudging you in the right direction. Whether it was through an unexpected encounter, a sudden insight, or a moment of peace in the chaos, God has been guiding you all along. And now, as the truth comes to light, as the forces of darkness fall, you will see that the path you've walked wasn't random, it was carefully designed by divine hands. You may not have always understood why things happened the way they did, or why certain doors closed while others opened. But looking back now, you can see the divine plan unfolding. Every moment, every step you've taken, has led you to this exact moment of revelation. The protection and guidance you've received weren't just about getting through difficult times, they were about positioning you for something greater. And now, as the veil is lifted and the truth is exposed, you'll begin to see the full picture. What you once saw as setbacks, as failures, as attacks, they were all part of God's divine strategy to elevate you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for the blessings that are coming your way. These divine interventions weren't just about keeping you safe, they were about transforming you into the person you were always meant to be. So, as the lies are revealed and the truth is exposed, take a moment to reflect on the journey you've been on. See how far you've come, and recognize that everything you've been through, every challenge, every trial, every attack was necessary to bring you to this moment. And know that you were never alone in that journey. God's protection was with you every step of the way, and His guidance has been leading you toward a greater purpose than you could have ever imagined. The divine protection that has shielded you is not just for this moment, it's for the journey ahead. As the forces of darkness continue to fall and the truth continues to shine, you will walk forward with even greater confidence, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you are divinely protected. God's hand will always be upon you, guiding you, ensuring that you fulfill the divine purpose He has set before you. This is just the beginning. The truth is coming, the restoration is near. And with it, the divine blessings you've been waiting for are about to unfold in ways that you could never have imagined. Divine strength and spiritual rebirth. As the divine protection wraps around you like a shield, something even more profound is unfolding beneath the surface. Your transformation. You see, everything that has happened to you, every trial, every attack, and every moment of doubt, has been leading to this critical point. It's not just about surviving the storm, it's about emerging from it stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the divine purpose that God has designed for you from the very beginning. The attacks you faced were never meant to break you. In fact, the enemy's greatest mistake was underestimating the strength that was being cultivated within you. What they didn't realize was that every challenge they threw your way was only refining you, sharpening you, and awakening the spiritual power that has always been lying dormant inside. When they came at you with lies, deceit, and malice, you didn't crumble, you stood firm. When the pressure was at its peak, when they tried to break your spirit, you didn't fall apart. Instead, you found strength you didn't even know you had. That strength, it comes from God. It is the divine power within you rising up to meet the challenges of this world. There's a cosmic law at work here, one that you've been unknowingly tapping into. When the forces of darkness try to attack, the divine within you turns those very attacks into the fuel for your personal growth. What was meant to harm you, what was intended to break your spirit, has instead led you to a place of spiritual rebirth, a place where you are not just surviving, but thriving. God is in the business of turning trials into triumphs, of turning pain into power, of turning what the enemy meant for evil into something good. Every time you felt pushed to the edge, every time the burden seemed too much to carry, you were being prepared for something greater. These challenges, these attacks, they were not in vain. They were the catalyst for your spiritual awakening, for the unlocking of your true potential. Think about the moments when you felt at your lowest, when it seemed like everything was falling apart. Those moments weren't punishments, they were divine lessons. You may not have understood it at the time, but in those moments, God was doing a work within you, shaping you, molding you, preparing you for the divine purpose you were always meant to fulfill. And now, looking back, you can see the transformation. What once felt like a crushing weight has become the source of your strength. What once threatened to destroy you has become the very thing that pushed you forward. Every attack against you has revealed a new level of power within you, a power that is directly connected to your divine essence. You are not just a survivor, you are a warrior, a conqueror, a being of divine light who has been tested and proven by the fires of life. And this transformation is far from over. In the midst of all this, there has been a spiritual alchemy at work, a divine process that takes the very poison that was meant to harm you and turns it into power. It is a process that only the truly chosen can endure. But as you have walked through this journey with unwavering faith, you have been marked as one who is destined for greatness. Every wound, every struggle, every obstacle you've overcome has transformed into wisdom. Your spirit has been strengthened, your heart has been purified, and your soul has been awakened to a higher calling. You may not have recognized it at first, but all those attacks, all those moments of doubt, were the very things that revealed your true power. The strength you have today is not the result of your own doing, but of divine intervention. You are stronger than you know. And that strength comes from the same divine source that has been protecting you all along. This is the moment where the person you were yesterday gives way to the person you are becoming, the person you were always meant to be. You are stepping into a new chapter of your life, a chapter where you fully embrace your divine power and purpose. The trials, the battles, the setbacks, they were all preparation for what is to come. And now, with a heart full of faith and a soul awakened to its true potential, you are ready to walk into a future that is brighter than anything you could have imagined. As the darkness falls and the truth emerges, you are being reborn. The challenges that tried to defeat you are now the very foundation upon which your future success will be built. You are stepping into a new season, one of spiritual rebirth, of divine alignment, and of extraordinary blessings. What was meant to harm you has only served to reveal the strength that lies within. And now, with the full power of God's protection and guidance, you are ready to embrace the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. This is not the end of your journey. This is just the beginning. The road ahead will be filled with opportunities, blessings, and spiritual growth. But now, you walk forward not as someone who is trying to survive, but as someone who is ready to thrive. You've been prepared, refined, and now you are ready to fully step into the divine calling that was set for you from the very beginning. So, stand firm in your authenticity. Don't diminish your light to make others comfortable. Don't shrink back to fit in with the world. You were created for greatness. And now you are walking into that greatness with the full support of the divine forces that have been with you all along. This is your time to shine. Divine intervention and the approach of justice. As you continue to stand firm in your newfound strength and spiritual alignment, something even more extraordinary is unfolding. The time of waiting is over, and now God's justice is at hand. The forces that sought to tear you down, to manipulate, deceive, and control, are now facing the consequences of their own actions. What was hidden in the shadows for so long is now being brought into the light. You see, what these forces didn't understand, what they failed to recognize, was that the divine forces operating behind the scenes were never dormant. Every attempt to conceal the truth, every effort to erase the evidence of their wrongdoing, has been futile. The very systems they thought would protect them, systems built on lies, deceit, and manipulation, are now crumbling, one by one. What was once hidden in darkness is now being revealed. All the lies, all the secret communications, all the underhanded deals that were thought to be safe from exposure are now being brought to light in ways that cannot be ignored. Every false narrative they crafted, every attempt to ruin your reputation, every message sent in secrecy to plot your downfall is now on record. And there is nowhere for them to hide. But here's the most remarkable part. This isn't just a coincidence. This is divine timing. When God decides it's time to expose the truth, no amount of manipulation, no matter how intricate the plans, can stop the light from shining through. The universe has been working behind the scenes, aligning events in perfect precision, ensuring that the time for justice has arrived. You may have felt like the enemy was always one step ahead, like they had everything under control. But that's not the truth. The truth is that God has been in control all along. Every step they took, every move they made, was being monitored not just by human authorities, but by divine forces that are now bringing the hidden to the surface. This is God's intervention, and it cannot be stopped. What was once thought to be concealed forever, their schemes, their manipulations, their falsehoods, are now being exposed, not just for your sake, but for the sake of universal justice. Divine timing has orchestrated this moment, and now the paper trail they thought was erased is surfacing in ways they cannot deny. Every hidden document, every deleted message, every suppressed piece of evidence is now available for scrutiny. And all their lies will be exposed for what they truly are. This is more than just a moment of reckoning for those who conspired against you. It's a moment of divine restoration for you. Every attack against you, every effort to undermine you, every word spoken in malice, everything that has been used against you will now be turned on its head. What was meant to destroy you is now the very thing that will bring your vindication. You see, the cosmic law of retribution is in play. What was stolen from you, what was blocked, what was diverted from your path, all of it is coming back, not just returned, but multiplied. Opportunities that were taken from you are now returning with greater potential. Relationships that were damaged will heal, but they will be stronger than before. What was meant to harm you will now serve to elevate you. Every attempt to keep you from your divine destiny is now being undone by divine justice. And let's talk about the individuals who thought they were immune to consequence. The ones who believed they were safe behind their walls of deceit, using their power, influence, and technology to shield themselves from exposure. They were wrong. Technology may be able to encrypt a message, it may be able to hide information temporarily, but it cannot block the truth. No firewall can stop God's intervention. No system is immune to the forces of divine justice. What they thought would remain a secret, their lies, their manipulations, their abuse of power is now being laid bare. It's all coming to light. And when the truth is revealed, there will be no denying it. Every action, every word, every deceitful transaction they made is now recorded, preserved, and ready for exposure. The walls they built to protect themselves are crumbling. The systems they trusted to conceal their wrongdoings are failing. And the truth, unshakable, unmovable, and undeniable, is now shining brighter than ever. You've witnessed the rise of their arrogance, the ease with which they manipulated and deceived others. But you've also witnessed their downfall, every lie they told, every mask they wore, every attempt to undermine your worth. It's all unraveling. They thought they could manipulate the system, corrupt the truth, and control the narrative. But now, as divine justice unfolds, they will face the consequences of their actions. This is a pivotal moment, not just in your journey, but in the larger cosmic battle between light and darkness. You have been a witness to this battle, but now you will see the full extent of divine justice. Those who sought to hurt you, who tried to derail your path, will now face the consequences of their choices. It is not for you to exact vengeance, it is for divine law to unfold. And in this divine process, you will be restored, elevated, and aligned with your true purpose. So, as the truth continues to come to light, remember this: God's justice is not bound by time, nor by human systems. It is perfect, it is unshakable, and it is being enacted right now. The truth will be revealed, and those who have tried to block your path will face the undeniable reality of their actions. Divine justice is unfolding, and it cannot be stopped. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your restoration. The divine forces that have protected you, the divine wisdom that has guided you, are now coming together in perfect harmony to bring you the justice and restoration that is rightfully yours. You are about to step into a new season, a season where truth reigns, where justice prevails, and where your divine purpose is fully realized. Restoration and divine rebirth. As the truth is revealed and justice is served, the tides are turning, and what has been stolen from you is now being returned, multiplied, and restored in ways you could never have imagined. This is not just about exposure or bringing those who wronged you to account. This is about the incredible, divine restoration that awaits you as part of God's perfect plan for your life. The forces of darkness tried to keep you from your destiny, to block your path, and to prevent you from stepping into your true power. But what they didn't understand is that every obstacle they placed in your way, every attempt to hold you back, was simply the universe aligning you for a greater purpose. Now, as the lies fall away and the light of truth shines brighter than ever, you are about to experience a profound restoration. You see, divine justice doesn't just expose the wrongdoers, it also brings about the restoration of what was lost, the healing of what was broken, and the reestablishment of what was meant to be yours. What the enemy took, what was stolen from you in the dark, is now coming back into your life, not just in the way it was, but in a far greater and more abundant form. It's easy to think that what's lost is lost forever, but in the realm of the divine, nothing is truly lost. God has a way of taking what was taken, what was stolen, and multiplying it. What you thought was gone, what you thought you'd never get back, will now return with even more power, more opportunities, and more blessings than before. This is the divine law of compensation at work, where everything that was stolen through deception is now restored through divine truth. What was blocked will now open wide before you. Opportunities that were once closed off, relationships that were once damaged, and resources that were diverted from you are now coming back to you better than ever. This isn't just about getting back what you lost. This is about God restoring what was meant for you in the most abundant and perfect way possible. And it's not just about material things, though that restoration is a powerful part of what's to come. It's also about the restoration of your spirit, your peace, and your purpose. Every attack on your character, every lie that was spread about you, every whisper that tried to tear you down, those things cannot stand in the light of truth as divine justice unfolds. You will find yourself stepping into a deeper sense of clarity, of peace, and of alignment with your true divine calling. The wounds that once seemed so deep, the hurts that felt insurmountable, will now be healed. God is taking what was broken and making it whole again. What was once a place of pain and struggle is now being transformed into a source of wisdom and strength. This is spiritual alchemy at its finest, turning poison into power, transforming your past struggles into the fuel for your future success. This is not a time for false humility. You've been through too much, endured too much, and fought too hard to now stand in the shadows of your own blessings. The restoration that is coming to you is not something you need to shy away from. It is not a gift or a favor from anyone. It is the rightful return of what has been taken from you. This is divine justice in action, and it is yours to receive, not with guilt or hesitation, but with confidence and gratitude. What's coming is a divine outpouring of blessings, financial restoration, career opportunities, healing relationships, and spiritual growth. The universe is aligning to bring everything back into balance, and your faith through this entire process is what has accelerated the unfolding of this moment. Your patience, your trust in the divine timing, your resilience in the face of adversity, these are the very qualities that have allowed you to step into a season of unprecedented restoration. This is just the beginning of a new chapter for you, a chapter where your blessings are multiplied, where your purpose is fully realized, and where everything that was taken, everything that was blocked, is now returned with divine acceleration. As you step into this new season, know that everything that has happened, the trials, the struggles, the attacks, the delays, was all part of the divine orchestration that has led you to this very moment. Now is the time to fully embrace what is coming. The truth is here. Divine justice is unfolding, and with it comes the restoration of your life, your peace, and your purpose. No longer will you live in the shadow of what was taken from you. You are stepping into the fullness of what was always meant to be yours. This is your time to shine. This is your time to embrace the abundant blessings that are now coming your way. The universe is responding to your unwavering faith, your resilience, and your divine purpose. And now, with the truth revealed, the justice served, and the divine protection surrounding you, you are about to step into a new life, a life where all that was once stolen is now returned to you, multiplied and magnified, greater than you ever imagined. As you stand on the precipice of this new beginning, remember this: everything that has happened, every trial, every challenge, has been leading you to this moment. The divine forces that have guided you, the protection that's been shielding you, and the justice that's been unfolding, all of it has been for your highest good. The restoration, the blessings, the purpose, it's all coming into alignment now, and you are right where you need to be. This is the time for you to step into your true power. The past struggles are over, and now is the moment for your divine blessings to flow. The universe has heard your prayers, seen your resilience, and is now rewarding you with the abundance and peace you deserve. Embrace this new season with open arms, knowing that the best is yet to come. If you've felt the power of this journey, if you believe in the divine plan that's unfolding in your life, then take a moment to acknowledge it. Leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to this channel, because we're just getting started. The truth, the divine wisdom, and the restoration are all part of a much larger journey we're walking together. When we gather here, we amplify our collective energy. Every comment, every like, and every share strengthens the bond we share in this sacred journey of divine purpose. So, as we move forward, remember that the best is yet to come. Keep your faith strong. Stay aligned with your purpose and continue to walk in the light. If you feel called to dive even deeper into this spiritual awakening, join us in our community. The door to divine restoration and growth is wide open, and together we will continue to unfold the mysteries of the universe. Thank you for being here. Stay connected, stay focused, and remember, divine justice is always at work, and your blessings are on their way.